Okay, we'll continue again. So Indra is analyzing his own situation. He's speaking, and he gives the example. He said, one who's situated on the throne of a king. If somebody says one who's situated in the throne of the king should not stand up to show respect to another king or a brahmana, then it's understood he did not know the superior religious principle. The proper behavior, proper action, very important. How to properly respect people like spiritual master, brahmanas and Vaishnavas. How to receive them properly. Prabhupada gives some examples in the purport here. So Lord Krishna, how he received Narada Muni. When Narada Muni came to visit him, Lord Krishna gave great respect to him. Lord Krishna offered worship to Narada Muni, because Narada Muni was a brahmachari, a brahmana, and an exalted devotee. And although Krishna was acting as a king, it's his duty, according to Varnashram, the kings are expected to honor the brahmanas. The brahmanas are the head of the social body. So Lord Krishna showed the example. Although Lord Krishna is the Supreme Lord, he's playing the part of a king. And he wants to show people how to respect the brahmanas. There are many examples also how not only Narada, Krishna received Sudama. How Lord Krishna received Sudama, how he washed Sudama's feet. He offered worship to Sudama. So that reception of the Brahmanas and the Vaishnavas, the spiritual teacher, that's a major part of the etiquette. How society should be formed, how one should advance. Prabhupada said, society concerned only with manufacturing new cars and new skyscrapers every year, and then breaking them to pieces and making new ones, may be technologically advanced, but it is not a human civilization. Not a human civilization. People are so proud of their cars and their big buildings. They put them up and they knock them down. New cars every couple of years, you need to get the new car. Now people have got the battery cars, the electric cars coming more and more. And what do they do with the old cars? Scrap, and more cars. It's a big problem. What to do with scrap? Become consumer society. You live in big cities like Calcutta, Mumbai. So many people, so much garbage every day. What to do with it? And you can see here in India also, plastics everywhere, plastic bags, plastic paper, and then all these different kinds of plates which people have, not leaf plates, but they use this some kind of plastic material. It makes such a terrible environment. When I first came to India, I came to India first, it was 50 years ago, 1970s. At that time, there were no plastic bags. There was no plastic in India. Everything was the page from the school book. You know, they had the children's books, and they would rip the page out and they would fold it up and they would make a bag out of it. And everything was like that, right? Yeah. And there was no problem for the environment because paper, not a problem, but plastic, whoa, very big problem. Plastics, and that's why here in Mayapur, the shops they're not allowed to have plastic. But still, it's there. It comes in plastic bottles, milk water bottles, and things. Everywhere you see these things are ruining the environment because they're not biodegradable. And so they just sit there. Just like you go on the train in India, when you go on the train, wherever you go, you look outside the train, you just see garbage everywhere. I went to Tirupati. You go to Tirupati, and if you walk up, you know, there's a road up, you can walk up the stairway to and I walked up, and I was shocked to see all the garbage everywhere. The people throw things over on the hill and the mountain there, and everywhere, so much garbage, it was terrible. I don't know if they're ever done anything about it, but so just like here in Mayapur, the devotees, they try to keep the Ganga, the Ganges, we try to keep it clean. We try to go around and collect the garbage and keep Mayapur clean. Devotees go around, they instruct people, you know, please be careful with your garbage. Please don't just throw it outside. You know, please, you know, keep it in one place. We'll come and collect it, take care. Devotees are trying to keep Mayapur green. But it's a challenge, you know. People are not trained, they're not educated. And they get plastic and they get all this plastic material, throw it everywhere. Styrofoam as well, you know, so much things are just left there, they just accumulate. And sometimes even they throw them in the river, or they throw them in the sea. And then when they're thrown in the river, the fish eat them, and the fish die because they ate the plastics. And the animals, the cows are also, they go to the garbage and they eat the plastics also. And they also die because they eat so much garbage, so much plastic. So, you know, we have to be kind to the environment. We have to be careful how we live. The modern society, so many dangers. And here, they give an example about a stone boat. Did you ever go on a stone boat? No. You can't. If you go on a stone boat, you sink, right? You just go to the bottom of the sea. So the stone boat means you're not going to cross you're not going to get very far. But who's like a stone boat? People who are being misled, they're being misdirected. They're like people going on the stone boat. If you go on the stone boat, you'll never get anywhere. Just to the bottom of the sea. You end up like the Titanic, right? Go to the bottom of the sea. A stone boat cannot float. In the same way, people who are not properly guided, they will go to hell. And people who follow them will go with them. So this is material. Like Prabhupada gives the example, spiritual masters like the captain, right? And the boat, what's the boat?
The body.
Which body?
The human body.
Human body, yes. The human body is like a boat. And what's the trees?
The favorable instructions.
The what?
The favorable instructions.
The Vedic knowledge, the instructions of the Vedic knowledge. Right? So you need a good captain. Who's the captain of the boat?
Guru.
Guru.
Spiritual master.
Spiritual master, right? So then, if you have a good boat, you have a good captain, you have a good ship, then you can cross the ocean. But if you get on a stone boat, then you've got problems. So people at modern societies like that, people are on a stone boat. They don't have a good situation. So board a stone boat will sink. So Prabhupada said, American people, they're like that. They patronize the makers of stone boats. They follow these people who have all the wrong ideas, wrong information, and they give them prominence. They don't hear from the proper sources. Prabhupada talks about the cheaters, sometimes unauthorized meditation, gymnastic ways of yoga, these kind of things. So society has to be properly guided, otherwise we'll just sink. Okay, so Indra is being very humble. He's saying now what he's going to do. He realizes he did a great mistake. So what's his solution? He said, I will now bow my head at the feet of Brihaspati. He is in the mode of goodness, he's aware of knowledge, he's the best of Brahmins. I will touch his feet, offer my obeisances unto him, try to satisfy him. Will it work? Right? You've offended somebody. You're going to just go and touch their feet and try and satisfy them?
It's the right thing to do.
Huh?
It is the right thing to do.
Is it?
You beg forgiveness.
But you may not find that person. But that's the problem which Indra has. He's offended Brihaspati. You can't find him to touch his feet. You can't find him to apologize. And Brihaspati is not waiting around. Sometimes you get people who say, well, I can forgive you, but I'll not forget. You know, you come and you want to touch their feet and make a show. I'm sorry. Yeah, you offended me. I'm not going to just forget it. You know, you were so nasty. You said so many, but you did so many bad things. Why I should just forget about it? Look, we have to be careful. So we shouldn't be hypocritical. That's important. A hypocrite. You say one thing, you do another. And we shouldn't be unfaithful. Okay? Then,
Maharaj,
yeah?
I am forgiving you, but I am not forgetting. But once he forgives, and whose problem next reaction, because he is not able to forget it, that forgetful, he will not forget it, but he forgives. Once he is forgiven means he is, will be having lesser reactions that other person who have offended him. But for him, more problem, since he is not forgetting that offense done to him.
Well, he's forgiving, but he's not forgetting.
No.
So he's going to be careful in dealing with that person again. He may forgive that one time, but he's cautious. That this person offended me before, he may do the same thing again.
No, it's fine, Maharaj, but the fact is, for him, he is not forgetting that incident. That means he is booking his another birth. He is not forgetting. He has to forget. Otherwise, for that forgetfulness, if he don't forget, then he has to take book one birth, another birth again. He has to forget that one.
Yes? Yeah, actually, of course, you're right. You want, before you leave this world, you don't want to be keeping grudges in you. Oh, this person, that person. You don't want to have any kind of regrets within you. You have to let go of everything. If you still have these thoughts in your mind, then will certainly bring you back again to the material world. So you have to be careful about that. We have to let go of everything. So Indra was feeling repentant, but Brihaspati had made himself invisible. Brihaspati is more powerful than Indra, so he disappeared. And Indra and the other demigods are searching, they cannot find him. So although Indra was surrounded by demigods, he could not get peace of mind. But he understood, my guru has become dissatisfied. Now I have no means of achieving good fortune. So Indra was in this condition. So what happens? The demons hear about it. Right? News travels.
Very fast.
Yeah, news travels fast, right? Now with the internet, very fast, right?
Good news for them.
Huh?
Good news for them.
Good news for the demons, yes, they're happy to hear. The demigods have offended the Guru's gone, left them. So they don't have the Guru behind them. Now previously the demons had not been very respectful with the Guru, but now they were careful and they were following the orders of the Guru. Now they were careful, they understood the importance of having the mercy of the Guru. It made a big difference to them. So, the demons come, they get their weapons, they come and they attack the demigods, and the demigods are in trouble. The demigods were all cut and injured, and they all had to go to Lord Brahma and ask Lord Brahma for help. What to do? What are we going to do? They go to Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma saw the demigods coming, and he saw they're all injured, arrows of the demons. And he showed mercy to them, but at the same time, he spoke to them very seriously. That he told them the cause of their problem. Because of madness resulting from your material opulence, you failed to receive Brihaspati properly. So this is very astonishing. You have acted impudently towards him. The demigods, they should know better. Problem was, familiarity breeds contempt. Right? Because Brihaspati was coming every day, so they were seeing him every day, so they were no longer having the same respect which they should have. So we say in dealing with the spiritual teacher and like that, the senior Vaishnavas and we say, don't get too close. don't get too far away. Right? You get too close, then you'll think, oh, just an ordinary person, just like me. He breathes, he walks, he talks, but there's no difference. We'll think that it's an ordinary person. Or if we get too far away, then we don't pay attention, we don't hear the instructions and the teaching. So it's very important not to get too familiar with, at the same time to show the proper respect to the Guru, our spiritual Guru. So, said Prabhupada writes, all the demigods headed by Indra became offenders at the lotus feet of Brihaspati. And Lord Brahma, being aware of this, condemned their neglect. And then Prabhupada quotes a song we sing every day, Chaksudanu Diloye Jami Jami Prabhu se. Meaning, Chaksudan Diloye Jami Jami Prabhu se.
The one who has opened my eyes.
He opens my darkened eye.
I servant.
Yeah. And he fills my heart with transcendence. He is my Lord, birth after birth. Right? Chaksudan Deloye. He opens my darkened eye. The Guru gives insight to the disciple. Guru should be considered master, life after life. But the demigods, puffed up by their material possessions, were disrespectful. Alright? Yeah, you have to go meditate. So Brahma is continuing. Because of your misbehavior to Brihaspati, you've been defeated by the demons. Now previously, the demigods were always able to defeat the demons. But time went against them. Because they'd offended Brihaspati, they made a great mistake. Now they're in trouble. What are they going to do? The demons beat them. You've been defeated. You defeated the demons many times, but now they've defeated you. You were so advanced in opulence. How did you get defeated by them? So these things happen, of course. Sometimes we think, I'm so good, I'm so great, and then you get defeated. So Prabhupada describes here, when you disrespect the superior, you lose longevity and the results of pious activities. In this way, one is degraded. Can you think of some people who disrespected a superior person and suffered like that?
Draupadi was insulted, disrespected, and they all lost their lives.
Yeah. And some others? Who was it who insulted Haridas Thakur?
The king of that place who sent the prostitute.
Ajam
Huh?
Khan.
No, there was another person, there was a Brahmana.
Yes, yes.
Some Chikravati. Gopala Chikravati.
Gopal Chakravarti, was it Gopal? And what happened?
Yeah. Haridas Thakur, he was.
This kind of glory for the whole
It
name.
was in Saptagram, around Santagram. Haridas Thakur was discussing the glories of the holy name. And he said that even a shadow of holy name can give
liberation.
But the other person, he was arguing, so no, it's not. It cannot be true. And he's speaking. He's saying lie. If it's not true, let's check. If it's not true, let him lose his nose.
Yes, his nose will fall off. Gopal Chapala. This Gopal Chapala, he was a smarter Brahmin. He was doing the puja in the home of some wealthy devotees. Who was it? Govardhan
Majumdar.
Majumdar. And Govardhan and Ranya Majumdar. He was doing the puja, and Haridas Thakur came to the home, and they were honoring Haridas as a great devotee. And Gopal Chapala didn't like it, because he was a smarter Brahmin. And here's this Haridas coming, he's born in a Mohammedan family, and they're honoring him. And then Haridas was explaining that just by a shadow of the holy name you can get liberation. And Gopal Chapala got very upset. He said, how is it possible you can get liberation so easily? Because for these people, liberation is the goal. They think very difficult to get liberation. But Haridas said, just by a shadow of the name, by chanting it Namabas, you can get liberation. So, Gopal Chapala got angry, and so then the family told him, you've been very disrespectful to Haridas Thakur. They said, this will not be good for you. You should get out from our house. We don't want to keep you in our house any longer. Get out from... And then within a few days, his body became full of leprosy. His body was eaten by worms. And then there was another case, Amoga. Who was Amoga?
Son-in-law of, not father-in-law,
Bhattacharya.
son-in-law, son-in-law.
Son-in-law of Bhattacharya.
So,
Sarva Bhattacharya.
Yes, Bhattacharya's son-in-law. What did he do?
He told Mahaprabhu that you are eating too much.
Actually, before Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and his wife invited Mahaprabhu in his home, and before that he warned him not to come Amoga, don't come this side. So he arranged so many varieties of meals and big meals he arranged for Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But while he was taking that prasadam, that Amoga, he leaped through that door. He opened the door and he saw that one. Then he said, wow, this much one, this like that he expressed, like that he expressed. So that Mahaprabhu saw, and the Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and his wife, they felt so ashamed.
And so Sarvabhauma started thinking, what to do? Should I kill him?
So that time, anyhow, he managed to throw me out. Then the Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and his wife, they prayed to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, please forgive us. We have done a great Vaishnava aparad in that way. So and Mahaprabhu went home. Then after some times he got news that he has got severe fever. Cholera. He has got cholera. But Mahaprabhu went to him.
And what did Mahaprabhu do?
He went to him, he first cured him, Amoga. Then this side, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and his wife, they were fasting. Because of this offense, they were fasting. They said, we will not, till the death, we will fast. Then after curing him, Mahaprabhu visited Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's house. Then they said, he said that, then Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya said, why did you save him? Let him die. In that way, they said. And they were fasting, so Lord Chaitanya said that you break your fast. This offense he has done, but
Take this up.
that way he...
Lord Chaitanya put his hand on the chest of Amoga and said, don't keep that envy there in the heart. Give up that envy in nature. In this way, Lord Chaitanya corrected. Okay, so there are many examples like that about how people get reactions for offending great souls. Of course, Durvasa got chased by the Sudarshan Chakra because he offended Ambarish. The Lord Brahma tells Indra, he said initially the demons were weak because they disrespected Sukracharya, but now they're worshipping Sukracharya with great devotion and they have become powerful. They've increased their strength so much, now they are even able to easily seize my abode from me. So they're able to take even Lord Brahma's position. So this is the power. You get the mercy of the Guru, you can become very powerful. And you displease the Guru, you can lose everything. You don't use it carefully, you can lose everything. So following the order of the spiritual master, very important. You have to make the order of the spiritual master your life and soul. Did you hear that before?
Yes.
Who said that?
Vishwanath Thakur.
Huh?
Vishwanath Thakur on the commentary on Bhagavad Gita 2.45.
Yes.
And Prabhupada read it and he felt transformation in his heart.
Right, yes, good.
Bandhamui savdhana mati. Bandhamui savdhana mati.
What is that?
So here, very important instruction in this verse here, this is text 24, about having faith in the mercy of the Brahmanas, the cows, and Lord Krishna. And who always worship these three. They're always strong in their position. Right? So you have to have faith and you should worship the Brahmanas, the cows, and Lord Krishna. Then your position will be very strong. So how are you doing? Are you worshipping the Brahmanas and the cows and Lord Krishna?
Lord Krishna we are worshipping. Cows also, but Brahmanas it is very rare to find the Brahmanas other than Vaishnavas. We devotees we see the Brahmanas, but outside we don't see Brahmanas.
You don't, outside you don't see Brahmanas?
Means there's Martha Brahmanas. They are
Well,
not.
What about devotee Brahmanas?
Devotees Brahmanas, what we see? That respects specifically Brahmanas. For Brahmanas separately don't come, but as a devotee, Vaishnava, he is Vaishnava, so that respects them automatically that Brahmanas. Because if he is Brahmanas or not, inside we do not come, but senior people they are Brahmanas. So accordingly it comes.
What about the cows?
Now cows, we have that views of cows have changed now after coming to devotional service. Earlier the cows, the way we used to think, now for me I am telling, I think other way, that she is respectable and she is very, cows, she is our mother. In that way we think now, I think. In that way. So,
On Kapashtami every year in Mayapur, a
Kapashtami.
lot of devotees come all over West Bengal to celebrate Kapashtami in Mayapur.
Oh, yeah?
Almost like in Gaura Purnima this year.
Oh.
It was impossible to enter the temple hall during Bhagavatam class.
Oh. And they came to worship the cows. Hmm?
It was Gopashtami, I think. They came for that.
Okay. Is that a big festival there?
Yeah, big,
Huh?
yeah, big festival.
What is the way to worship cows, Maharaj?
Huh?
What is the way to worship cows, Maharaj?
Well, Prabhupada said it, be kind to cows and brahmanas. Kind to cows, do service for the cows. Clean the cows, you can wash them, clean them, and then you can feed them nice grass, give them nice water. You can also decorate them, put some necklaces around them. You know, you could read in the times of Lord Krishna how they decorated the cows. They put silk cloth around them, and they put some necklaces on them, and put gold on their hoofs, and different things like this.
80,000 rupees. 10 grams.
So you're cleaning them, taking care for their barn, clean their place.
Actually, Maharaj, individually taking care of cows, it may not be possible, but there are organizations, there are centers, they are taking much care of the cows, the street cows and all. There are good organizations, they are taking care, so we can help them in that way also. We can.
But financial help.
Financial.
Yeah. Some ways we can do something for the cows. It's very good, very purifying. The Prabhupada quotes, Go Brahmanya Hitayacha. Lord Krishna is always kind to the cows and the Brahmana. So we should take care of them. But Prabhupada said all over the world, the governments have no respect for the cows or the Brahmanas in Govinda. And that's why there's problems in the world. So trying to get people to cooperate together. So that Lord Brahma is telling the demigods what to do. He said, you've lost your guru Brihaspati, so you need to get a guru. You need to find another guru. So I instruct you to approach Vishwarup, the son of Twashta, and take him as your guru. You must have a guru. If you don't have a guru, it's a big problem. And you've offended your guru, so you have to get another guru. And this guru, this Vishwarup, is pure, he's a powerful Brahmana doing austerity and penance, and he can fulfill your desires. But, condition, you have to tolerate his being inclined to side with the demons. So, Lord Brahma put a condition on this to Indra, that you can get this person, he can be your guru, he's powerful, but you have to tolerate that he has some sympathy for the demons. Why?
Because he belongs to that demon.
Because his
Mother is from Daitya.
Mother is from?
Demon.
Yes, she's born in the family of the demons, right? Where are all the demons coming from?
Diti?
Huh? Diti, yes, right, Diti. Diti, yes.
Maharaj, here, like the way Brahma is telling, we don't do that in ISKCON. We don't change our guru unless he is fallen. We keep the guru and we still respect, serve him. Even if he is angry with us, we in the heart we don't look for another guru. But here Brahma is advising him to find another guru rather than telling him some solution to please your previous guru.
Well, there are different kinds of gurus. This point is brought out in this chapter. They said there are different kinds of gurus for different purposes. You see, we have a guru, our purpose of our guru is different from how the demigods needed a guru. You see, the demigods, they need the guru to help them win the battle against the demons, to get their kingdom back. We are not worshipping guru like that. Our guru is for devotion, for pure devotion, to get us free of birth and death. So it's a different kind of guru. Just like Dronacharya's guru is teaching military arts, he was teaching how to fight. You know, he was not teaching spiritual knowledge, he was teaching something just how to fight, how to use weapons, how to fire the bow. So the different kinds of gurus. So the demigods, they go to see Vishwarup, and they're very respectful to him. They embrace him. They speak nice words. Beloved Vishwarup, may there be good fortune. It's almost like, what do they want? You know, they're coming and they're flattering, they're speaking kind words. We demigods have come to your ashram as your guests. Please try to fulfill our desires. We are like your parents. So, you know, they're really telling Vishwarup, you know, you should do what we want. And they tell him the duty of a son to serve his parents. What to speak of a son who is a brahmachari? So then they talk, the demigods speak about the positions of the different people. The acharya teaches Vedic knowledge, gives initiation. He's the personification of the Vedas. A father personifies Lord Brahma, a brother King Indra, a mother the planet Earth, and a sister Mercy. And in so many different, the guest personifies religious principle. An invited guest, the demigod Agni, all living entities personified Lord Vishnu. So this way, seeing everybody in different ways, understanding how to respect everyone. So the demigods admit to Vishwarup, they tell him, we have been defeated by our enemies. So we are very aggrieved. Please fulfill our desires through the strength of your austerity. Please fulfill our prayers. So the demigods, they want to get the strength from Vishwarup. They want Vishwarup's strength. His austerities will give them the strength to defeat the demons. You see, it's a very materialistic relationship with the Guru. It's not like we in ISKCON, we have a Guru, and you know, as you say, of course, we don't give up the Guru, we don't change the Guru, but we have to serve the Guru, we have to have a nice relationship, we have to please him. We should think how to please the Guru, just like we were all how to please Prabhupada. Prabhupada wants us to distribute books. We would go and distribute books, you know, we do so many things for Prabhupada. So the demigods, they tell this Vishwarup that you are the spiritual master of all orders of life. You are a perfect Brahmana. We accept you as our Guru, so that the power of your austerities, we may defeat the enemies. We may defeat the demons. See, they want the power of the austerities of Vishwarup. They want his austerity. He did the austerity. They want to enjoy it. Prabhupada writes in the purport, text 32, one must approach a particular type of guru to execute a particular type of duty. You got music gurus, you got cooking gurus, you got shastric gurus, you know. So Vishwarup was inferior to the demigods, but the demigods accepted him as their guru. Why? Because he can help them to conquer the demons. A good business relationship. And the demigods try to encourage him. Sometimes the guru is younger than the disciple. Just like when Prabhupada left the world, when Prabhupada departed from the world, he appointed people to be spiritual teachers, and they were not very old. You know, most of them were in their 30s, mid-20s, and all of a sudden they became spiritual teachers, you know. And of course they were young and very dangerous to get so much honor and respect. And of course, the way we were doing it in those days, initially, because it was the Zono, they had the Zono Acharyas, so that they were getting worship in the temple room, and even the God brothers were supposed to worship them, some things like this, you see? Things which we don't do nowadays. So they tell Vishwarup anyway, say, even though you're younger than us, we can offer respectful obeisances to a younger person because you're more advanced in chanting mantras. Somebody's more advanced chanting mantras, maybe junior. Somebody may be advanced in terms of responsibility. Someone may be more advanced in terms of initiation. Somebody may be more senior in age. No, there's different ways in which a person is senior, right? Somebody is senior by realization. Somebody is senior by responsibility. You've got a position of responsibility. They're senior, you have to respect them. And if you're senior in knowledge, then you get seniority. So Vishwarup was junior to the demigods. But the demigods wanted him to be their priest. So he would have to accept the demigods bowing to him. And the demigods told him it's okay because you're advanced in Vedic knowledge. So Prabhupada quotes Chanakya Pandit, you should accept education from a member even if they're in the lower social order. A person in the lower family, he may be even Sudra, he can be a teacher if he has knowledge, right? What did Lord Chaitanya say to Ramananda Rai? Ramananda Rai said, you know, I'm born in a low-class family, you're a sannyasi and a brahmana, I'm in a kayasta family, and I'm a householder. How can I be answering all your questions? You're asking questions to me. How can I be answering all your questions? I should be asking you questions. What did Lord Chaitanya say? Yes, right. It doesn't matter what position you're born in by birth, that's not important. What's important is Krishna Tattva. You know the science of Krishna. One who knows the science of Krishna, then you can become the spiritual master. That's the point, right? Anyone who knows the science of Krishna can become the Guru. Say Guru Hai. Very important point about our Krishna conscious philosophy. Though Vishwarup was advanced, he was very pleased. They were, of course, they were flattering him. Vishwarup was enjoying it. Okay. Vishwarup, he accepts her. But at the same time, he understands the difficulties of becoming the priest, becoming the guru. What's the problem? What's the difficulties?
one may start to exploit the resources of his dependent disciples. They may get this mentality. They are so much opulent, I should get some money from them.
Well, that's a wrong idea about being the guru. If you're thinking you'll get money, you'll enjoy the facilities of the disciples, that's definitely not good. But there are other reasons why the guru doesn't want to accept the disciples.
They take on
The
karma.
karmas will.
Yeah, he has to accept their karma, and they can take away your power. It says here, it causes the loss of Brahminical power. So if you accept unqualified people as disciples, they can take away your power, your spiritual power.
Maharaj, how do you explain that? Because my understanding is that when you have spiritual life, it's never diminished. Like your spiritual bank balance is never diminished; it always remains with you. So how does that work practically? That they diminish your Brahminical power?
Well, this kind of guru-discipleship relationship, which is being described here between Brihaspati between Vishwarup and the demigod, is different from our own guru-disciple relationship. You see, our spiritual relationship, the relationship between the guru and disciple is based on pure devotion. Whether we come to the spiritual master to get devotion and to practice devotional service, but here the demigods are approaching Vishwarup, that they want his power to defeat the demons for some material purpose, you see. We don't approach the guru, we should not anyway approach the spiritual teacher for material purposes, but for spiritual benefit, to get spiritual benefit. But here, the demigods, they want to get just that, they want to defeat the demons in the battle, that's all. And he says, I am your disciple and must take many lessons from you. So Vishwarup is putting himself as a disciple, not just the guru. He said, I cannot refuse you, I must agree for my own benefit. So Vishwarup understood he would get some benefit by serving the demigod.
What benefit he will get?
Well, the results of their pious activity. Pious activity. Prabhupada explains in the purport, right? The activities of a Brahmana, what the Brahmana is supposed to do, patana, yajana, dana, pratigraha. Brahmana is the priest for the sake of their elevation. But if you become one who accepts the post of spiritual master, neutralizes the sinful reactions, right? You become the guru, you get people to stop their sinful activities. And then you perform yajna. The results of the pious acts previously performed by the priest are diminished. Therefore, priesthood is not accepted by learned Brahmins. Pious activities which he did, the benefit which he got from all his pious activities is reduced because he accepts the sinful reactions of people. He gets people to stop to neutralize the sinful reactions. So that the guru is taking away these sinful reactions.
Maharaj, I had a quick question on this. So, within ISKCON, when we do ceremonies like wedding ceremonies and things like that, like the priests within our movement, then do they also, how do they fit into this category? They said priesthood is not accepted by learned Brahmanas. So how do we overcome that, or what's the mood of that we've got in ISKCON? These Gurukula coolies are learning all these Brahminical things to do. We've got the samskaras and...
Well, yes, Brahmana is doing these duties. The Brahmana, but they do them as a service for Krishna, for the satisfaction of Krishna. They don't do it just for any material reason, but it's all should be done in Krishna consciousness. A wedding, people get for the satisfaction of Krishna. Man and woman become married for the service of Krishna. To help each other progress in Krishna consciousness, to produce Krishna conscious children. So it's all in relation to devotional service.
Is there a karmic implication?
Huh?
Is there a karmic implication?
Well, it will depend on the people involved. If they're in the consciousness of pure devotion, then there's no karma. Everything depends on their attitude. Are they doing it for their own sense gratification, or is their motive simply for the pleasure of Krishna? So if their motive is pure, then there's no karma. You're doing it for Krishna. It's not a karmic affair. But if you're thinking for your own sense gratification, then there will be karma.
Is that even if the hosts are non-devotees? Is that still the case?
Yeah, if the people are non-devotees, then of course their motives will not be very pure. We have to instruct them about pure motive. And you have to, this is one of the things which you have to deal with as a Brahmana. Sometimes you have to do these duties, and you have to perform these duties for people whose motives are not very pure. So you have to protect yourself. Just like a doctor, he's treating people, and he can also get disease because he has to meet many people who've got diseases. He can also be infected himself. He has to protect himself that he doesn't get sick. He has to be very careful how he deals, that he does not get sick. So, the same way the Brahmana has to be careful. He has to keep very strictly the religious principles. So you have to have a Brahmana who is a very pure-hearted Brahmana, who is doing these duties as a service to Krishna, and who does not utilize the results. He's not doing the service just to get money for himself, for his comfortable living, but he's doing it as a service for Krishna. It can be a problem. You get people doing different services for Krishna, like life membership, collecting money, collecting donations and so on. People can be thinking only about their own well-being. They're not just collecting money for the temple, but they're thinking, what will I get? So we should not be selfish in performing our service to Krishna. Our mood should be to satisfy Krishna. We give the results to Krishna.
Maharaj, I have one question. I teach here at the international school, and to attend this class, I have to call them early in the morning. I teach before coming to class at 10, 10:30, and I teach after 1:30. So some of them they are not able to come at 7:30 in the morning, and I feel like that I am doing some injustice to them to attend the Bhakti course here. So how do I do it? What should my question? My question is, am I doing bad or am I doing good? I don't know actually.
What? Who's supposed to come? The children?
Yeah, I mean, my course start here at 10:30,
Yeah.
Regular class.
and my school is from 8:30 to 3 p.m.
Uh-huh.
3:30.
Mm.
So to come to this course for 3 hours in between, I call them early in the morning 7:30 instead of 8:30. I call them 7:30. The class that I have from 10:30 to 11:30, that class I call 7:30 to 8:30.
Oh.
So I can teach them. But
Uh-huh.
because of cold, they are not able to come.
Because of cold.
Yeah. And some of them are lazy also. So I feel that I am doing injustice to them for my sake of doing the course here.
Well, the course here is not forever.
Yes.
It's a limited time. So you do the course and finish it, and then you can get on with your teaching. Sometimes you have to take a break from the teaching so that you can, for your own personal self-improvement, sometimes you have to do these things. But anyway, the teaching will always be there.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Alright, so Vishwarup became the priest of the demigods. And he has, it says here, he became because of his profound respect for them. So mutual respect. The priest and the disciple, they have mutual respect for each other. Vishwarupa as a priest, he respects the demigods. And the demigods, they're in a position like the disciple, they're respecting Vishwarupa. So that's a very healthy situation. To have respect for each other is important. So now we talk about the pure Brahmana. Householder Brahmanas who abide by these principles of austerity and penance, maintain their families. Brahmanas who desire to achieve happiness by gaining wealth through professional priesthood must certainly have a very low mind. How shall I accept such priesthood? So Vishwarupa is describing the materialistic Brahmana. Some people are Brahmanas, they're just simply thinking they'll get the money, they'll make the money, they're going to get profit. They want that. But a real Brahmana, he won't be concerned like that. The real Brahmana is, and Vishwarupa spoke about some Brahmanas, they'll pick up grains in the field, right? They'll pick up grains in the field, they'll live like that, whatever they can collect in the marketplace from the ground. They'll do this kind of tapasya. Other Brahmanas, they just want to take the money, easy money. That's not good, and that's not what you want. First class Brahmana does not want any rewards from his disciples. He won't take anything from his disciples. Even they come, they give money, he won't like to take it. If he takes it, like he'll take it, he'll give it to other people who need it. Just like Jagannath Das Babaji, people would come to him and bring him some offerings and things. He would take it and then he'd give it away to somebody else. Because he didn't want it. He didn't fancy blanket, some money like that. He would take it from the people, and the people thought, I've got it. See, he's taking things from me. He wants it. But he would take it, he would give it to other people. He would give it to some brahmanas, some elderly, poor people who needed it more than who wanted. Like so similarly in Krishna consciousness, it's a duty, it's a sannyasi, they're given something, they're given things. You have to take it. Even not only sannyasis, Malati, Malati Mataji, very senior lady in our Krishna consciousness.
Yes.
So she described, she was in the early years, they were in India, they were on somewhere, they were doing Sankirtan, and people came up and they gave her heavy chadar because it's cold, and they gave her a big cloth like that to put on. And she said, no, I don't want it. And Prabhupada said, no, you take it. Prabhupada told her, you have to take it. They're giving you have to take it. It's your business to take. You accept it. You don't have to keep it for yourself. Later on, you can give it to somebody else. Hanuman Prasad Swami, very wonderful devotee, he was at Rath Yatra in Punjab somewhere, and they did a Rath Yatra, and it was a cold day. People came out, they gave him a big chadar. So he had the chadar. A few minutes later, he gave it to somebody else. And then a little further down the road, somebody else came and gave him a chadar. So he gave it to somebody else again, And in the course of the day, he got like 5 or 6 chadars. He distributed them to all the different devotees. So like that, You take things, but it doesn't mean we need it, doesn't mean we want it. We don't want it. We try to give it out, give it for other people. Let them use it. When you can see it can be used nicely in the service of Krishna. So that's the duty of a Brahmana. So Vishwarup is saying, a real priest will never demand anything from the disciples to live in opulence. A pure Brahmana voluntarily accepts a life of poverty and lives in complete dependence on the mercy of the Lord. The conclusion is that although a Brahmana may receive much opulence from his disciples, he should not utilize the rewards of his priesthood for his personal benefit. He must use them for the service of the Supreme Lord. Very important points here about us, all of us as devotees. People come, they give you these things, and you have to be careful not to think this is mine, this is for me. It's all for the service of Krishna. So Vishwarup said, you're my seniors, I accept priesthood, I cannot refuse your request, I will do as you want. So after making this promise to the demigods, Vishwarup did the priestly activities. He did the yajna with great enthusiasm and attention. Prabhupada talks about samadhi. No, you have to concentrate. When we do our service, when we do our chanting, we have to do it with concentration, with enthusiasm, with attention. Prabhupada said, a priest's first duty is to see that his disciples benefit spiritually and materially by all means. So Vishwarup was more powerful, and he composed the mantra, the Narayan Kavacha. He composed this protective prayer, the Narayana Kavacha. And by this intelligent mantra, he took away the opulence of the demons and gave it to Mahendra, the king of heaven. So very interesting, he took away the opulence by the Narayana Kavacha. So that's the next chapter. We'll hear about the Narayana Kavacha, composed by Vishwarup. I was in Mumbai, 1978, there was a big problem. What had happened was there was some gundas came and there was a big fight at the entrance to our temple at Juhu. A big battle. Somebody came and gundas came and somehow became a big fight. And people got arrested and actually it was, there was always a lot of politics with our Juhu temple because the land, the man who was selling it didn't want to sell it, he wanted to get the money and keep the land. So it was a big issue. It was very tense. And at one point these gundas came and there was a mix-up with the shoes and it became a big argument and then a big fight. They started fighting each other and people got hit and everything. And some people got put taken by the police, got put in the jail for some time. And so the devotees, we were all chanting this Narayana Kavacha at that time. At that time the 6th Canto has it come out, already come out. It was 1978. Books had been printed, so.
78?
Huh?
78?
1978.
Yeah.
Prabhupada passed away, no? 77?
Yeah, he passed away 77. So the books were already out.
Okay.
So we had the 6th Canto. So devotees were reading Narayana Kavacha. Many devotees started to chant the Narayana Kavacha every day for their protection. and of course protecting them. They were safe.
You were also there
Yeah, I was
in the jail?
No, I wasn't in the jail. But different people, senior devotees, Sridhar Swami. Because some of the they knew, the neighbors were the ones who had made all this trouble. Eventually we had to give them money to get them off the land, They were living on the land and they didn't want to get off. And the whole issue. They were cooking meat and stuff like that. We didn't want them living there. They didn't want to go. They wanted big money. India is not easy. Alright, so Vishwarup, he gives a powerful mantra. And the result was that mantra protected the demigods from the demons. And the demigods were able to get back the heavenly planet. So we're going to hear tomorrow, no class, huh?
No class tomorrow.
No class tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow is a fasting till noon. I wondered how we're going to do it.
Fasting till noon, and day after tomorrow 10:30 morning class.
Yeah. 10:30 morning class. Wednesday. And I think Friday and Saturday 2 classes or something. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We have to, yeah.
A priest's first duty is to see that his disciples benefit spiritually and materially by all means.
Huh?
Spiritually and materially benefit to his disciples by all means. What is that materially benefit means? How to spiritual master does material?
Yes. If you take care of your spiritual life, your material life will also be better. You'll be more peaceful. You'll be healthier. You should not have so much anxiety and stress. You should be a better person, more in control of your mind and senses. No, materially better doesn't mean necessarily you'll be rich, but basic needs will be provided. Right? Roti ka prema kan. Basic needs Krishna provides. The spiritual master takes care of the needs of the disciples, spiritually and materially. Sometimes they have to get married, some young men, they need to get married. They can arrange for the suitable girl for the young man, like that. Sometimes people have to get a job, and they have to be told, you should do this, take a job. Or sometimes tell them you should do business, go and do business. Sometimes tell people better you go home and be with your family, work in the business. If your family have a good business, better you could be at home and work with them. Different things for different people. Spiritual master will know how to properly engage the disciple according to the need. Okay? Alright? Any other questions?
Maharaj, this week we have class every day, one class only. Next week we have more classes.
Next week?
2 days we have.
Yeah, next week. Next week we have 3 days, 5 classes.
3 days, 5 classes.
Yeah.
Next week.
Yes.
Only 3 days of classes, is it?
Yeah, so one day we have morning, evening, other day also we have morning, evening. So 4 classes and one day we have 1 class, like that.
That's next week. Next week.
Next week, not this week.
Is that what's on the board here? Is this?
No, not that one.
No, not for us.
Not that.
Something else.
Okay. Anyway, next week we'll deal with it when it comes. Take it 1 week at a time, Big one. Big two, big two.